investigating whether the barge lighting was bright. ABC's Matt Kogar has more. The construction company that operates the barge says they met all of the Coast Guard's lighting requirements and tested the lights to make sure they're were among the 5,000 who were there for the ceremony. The president honored them for serving what he called a forgotten war, leaving home and fight for a country and people they didn't know. Our veterans career deserves better. The president told them they deserve a warm welcome home. Information. It's a free service. What's on now? Oh, yeah. 800-460-3580. 800-460-3580. Dave Patrick, ABC News. Vacation time is here. Avoid a crisis vacation with a peace of mind vehicle inspection from Accurate Automotive. Keeping your vehicle in proper maintenance is the key to long before you head out on the road. Continue on Monday, daytime temperature in lower 90s. I'm the Storm Tracker Avenue Police Force, 6 degrees Southwestern Memorial Falls by McDonald, Johnson, and we are ready for rainbows and beach details. Early testing of the unlimited hydroplane. Yes, we've already had a couple of boats down on the water. Twice and early, they started at 8 o'clock. This will be one for our chance to run the boat and beach race yesterday. Setting up the weather for today, Marco, it's doing perfect. It's still just quite still in the air. Cool out there. Go away as the day comes on and warms up a little bit, but the water is nice. We still have that haze from the smoke. The fire to the west of us, that's down in the state of Pass, that's coming up. The wind, we've been talking about it all week. If it was going to be a problem, it was going to be today. There is a slight breeze out there today, and I suppose that position probably once the breeze starts a little bit later, that will be the last one because we heard about it yesterday. And there is a little bit of a haze in here, but you're correct. The direction is coming from the south-southwest. right straight into my face here, but what's going to get interesting is with that wind direction, as they come out of this exit turn, they're going to face right into that crossroads right there. So if it gets real turbulent down here late today, we'll keep an eye on it down at this end. And a couple of boats setting up the back stretch, leading the way is Jimmy Kane and the fine Grant Trucking, and then Chief David and the Overway of Virgo. So the one goes on the last racing team that's back to as a coach is, it's all about timing. It is. You know, you make a turn, these are very sharp turns on all four turns of this course. You know, you get just in the right spot, a pocket of air underneath you, and the best of it. You know, you certainly aren't going to predict anything bad happen, but there is that possibility out there that, you know, the drivers are going to have to be aware of. Even in perfect conditions, Tony. Yeah, that's a little bit. One of the things you mentioned earlier, Michael, as the Alberto just made a nice wide swing around here at turn 2. Rainbow and Blue detail. You know, I think the engine has that to be cross. Yeah, right straight out of the because it's wild out here and right straight in the lane around on the moon down there. You know what I'm here? The first real bracket. I know how to get your attention. Good morning. If it can possibly take the place of having real helicopters up there and be a full replica of Boston. It certainly would be. Tony, I don't know if you can see it, but it's hanging right above the crown here. If you look right at those, there's that big white boat right in the center of the corner here. I told you
Steve David, always the eternal optimist, as the 11 is away from the dock.
Also of the 37 with J. Michael Kelly. Miss Beacon Plumbing is coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, I mentioned that J. Michael was in the water with 37. I had seen them go in, and then when I walked down there to talk to Steve, I realized the boat wasn't there anymore. I didn't realize he was out on the race course, but there he is running hard up the backstretch as Tom Thompson joins him on the backstretch just coming out of the pit area.
Now, Brad, question. We had heat racing yesterday. We have early morning testing, but then we get right into just a couple of hours from now to more heat racing. What sort of things are the crews looking at this morning as the boats get on the water to carry over what happened yesterday?
How they ran yesterday and in the particular water and wind conditions that they had, which wasn't much yesterday, and it looks to be pretty similar right now. So it's just trying to perfect that combination. You know, a tweak here, a tweak there, a tweak on the fuel flow. Maybe they try a different gear package. And, you know, it's just like riding a bicycle from a gearing standpoint. If you want to try and get your boat into lane one, and you're going to have to run a real tight line around this race course, then you're going to want to have some taller gears perhaps where you can really accelerate quick. Maybe you don't have as much top end speed, but you can get off the corners real quick, and that's what you would need if you're going to be in lane one. Now, if you want to set your boat up like Mark Evans does to run on the outside, you may not want to put some gears in there that will allow you to accelerate so much, but you want to run at top end. You want to be able to by choice, and then he'd just wind that thing up, and once he got it hooked up and going, man, he would just drive around everybody. And that's kind of one of the things here that's so different, and what I like and what real boat racers like about the fighting for lanes. Because you can set your boat up with good acceleration and all that stuff to get in lane one, then you get out there, you fight for the lane, you don't get it, and you get pushed to the outside lane, and we got the wrong setup and the wrong package for where we ended up.
So. You know, we've talked a lot about Dave Bilwalk and the situation with the Spirit of Qatar and the Elstrom Racing, but we haven't talked about this Elam boat and what it's doing right now.
Well, the Elam boat, I understand, that was the boat that was running here as the 96 Spirit of Qatar the last couple of years, and that boat was severely damaged in Doha, Qatar. Dave was driving back there. The boat took a nasty hop. In fact, there's some incredible video posted on YouTube and on the H1 site from the little GoPro camera right on the wing behind the engine and the cockpit and so forth. And you can see the splash as he's going into the corner. You can see the little intermittent splashes coming off the spots as the boat is kind of walking the boat is flying through the air, and he landed hard on the nose, and the boat bounced really hard. And from the GoPro camera, you can see all the motor mounts break.
Ow.
You can see the motor just all of a sudden kind of buckle sideways right underneath the camera. Dave stayed in the cockpit for a long, long time because the camera kept going, obviously, and you're looking right over the top of the air scoop, and you're waiting for the cockpit to open up, and it doesn't, and it doesn't, and it doesn't. Meanwhile, underneath the engine cowling, you're seeing a little bit of a fire start, and the fire gets bigger and bigger, and a lot of smoke, and you're going, come on, Dave, get out of there. And he finally did, but they really damaged the boat badly. And then, of course, it's all the way in the Middle East, and you got to get the boat back here before you can fix it. And they do now have the boat fixed. So whether we're going to see it, I don't know, but that's the 96. It's back in Ballard right now, sitting over at the Elstrom shop.
And that's one of the boats that I think, technology-wise, that we always kind of admired because of, I think, a little bit extra width and just the way that it traps air underneath.
You're exactly right. And I remember when they brought that boat here for the first time, and we were making comments about how wide it was and how wide the air tunnel was underneath it. And we were joking, I remember, yeah, if he draws lane 2, well, they're going to have to draw lane 2 and 3 because he's going to be that wide. So, yeah, that boat, it's mighty fast. It's been through a lot. The boat's been upside down a couple of times, this big issue in Doha. And that hull was getting a little bit old. Certainly Eric Elstrom and the team back there, they would rebuild it where it needed to be over the winter and so forth. But yeah, that boat's been through a lot, but it still, when it's right and Dave was behind the wheel, the things are rocking.
Well, the 37 Beacon Plumbing, J. Michael Kelly, cutting through the infield around the Grand Prix West corner here at the Brutzman Barge and Northern Quest Resort Casino start-finish line and heading back to the Neil F. Lamson pits. If you're thinking about breakfast, think about breakfast in the park with the Kennewick Lions Mobile Kitchen.
Yeah,
And
they
try
do a great job, too.
The breakfast sandwiches, full breakfast and more. And you can stop by right at the end of the driving range. And a special thanks to Bill Hogue and K-Metz and all the crew with the Kennewick Lions. All that money that they raise all weekend, they're all volunteering their time. Goes right back into the community with special services that the Lions do in the community. So thanks to the Kennewick Lions, and thanks for our breakfast this morning. And well, pit crew, be advised, we'll be sending down some breakfast your direction here.
Well, good morning, guys.
With Frank in just a moment. Hey,
We mentioned breakfast and Jeff gets on the air.
Yeah,
How about that?
Right on cue, isn't he?
yeah.
Well, it has arrived, so we've got breakfast sandwiches. We have burritos, apparently. They brought those down as well. And the ever-classic Lions balls. Here we go.
Gotta have the cinnamon balls there.
Little breakfast. Hey, a special thanks again to Farmers Exchange, premier sponsor of our coverage from the 6th Northern Quest Resort and Casino. For first-class accommodations, luxury spa, even 14 restaurants and lounges, world-class gaming excitement, it's Northern Quest Resort and Casino, northernquest.com. Turn 3 coverage thanks to Avalon Health and Rehabilitation Center. That's your bridge from hospital to home. Call 547-8811. They're on 22nd Avenue in Pasco. Our pit reporters, special thanks to Tom Detchell Ford, FordCountry.com for the largest selection, over 600 new Fords and certified used vehicles, just minutes from the Tri-Cities in Prosser and Hermiston, and 24 hours a day at FordCountry.com. Also thanks, we have the GP West boats out, Local 598 plumbers and steam fitters bringing the action, signatory contractors too, always community-minded.
And Brad, you mentioned the tactics that Dave Bill...
For over 23 years in Pasco. 509-547-2099 or email finishcraft@gmail.com.
Traditional fried potato chips, pop chips, come and taste barbecue, original sour cream and onion, the new kettle corn or tortilla varieties, and the law firm of Ryan Barber and Henry with the Vintage Unlimited Hydro sponsorships. They have been serving the Tri-Cities for more than a quarter century. Give them a call at 735-9111. Todd Arms, defense attorney. The sponsor show hosted by yours truly, which airs a little bit